Hey, I'm JR.
And I'm Mike from the 18 Over Par with Mike and JR podcast.
Welcome to Season 5 of the pod, where we'll continue exploring the sights, stories, and sounds of golf on the prairies, where you'll find some of the most golf courses per capita of anywhere in the world. And beer. Lots of beer.
That's right, JR. More beer.
It's the 18 Over Par podcast with Mike and JR.
You suck, you jackass.
Welcome to 18 Over Par with Mike and JR, proudly presented by Bryce Matlashewski, who is an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IA Private Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. I'm JR, he's Mike, and today we're joined by world champion Darcy Furber. The Manitoba captured the title of the International Blind Golf Association B1 category earlier this year, and he's also a member of the Manitoba Golf Hall of Fame. We're back. Another episode of the 18 Over Par podcast. Look what I got, Mike. I know you got boatloads of them, but I have a course record.
Course record.
You
wow.
keep on giving me. You're my course record guy, my drug dealer. Although you can get them at Avid, and hopefully there's going to be a few other places you can get them. I am sipping on the Club Twirling Blue Raz.
Ooh, do you feel functionally hydrated?
I feel blue. And I also feel functionally hydrated.
In a good way.
I do prefer the lime. You also gave me the lime, and the lime is delicious.
The lime is good too. And it's nice when they're really crisp, cold. I think right at the end of the season, I was able to enjoy one on the golf course. But other than that, I'm just crushing them at work in the office. I did get a course record hat in the mail the other day because I was part of the Kickstarter campaign that I donated to, and that's how I got like 6 cases of course records. So it's a nice hat. So thanks to Avid Luke and the course record guys, and yeah, hopefully we see that in Canada here a little bit more. And it's cool. It's a fun brand. It's
really good tasting, and I do feel the effects of it. As you said, functional hydration. That's what it says on the bottle or the can, and it's good. I feel better. I'm supposed to be doing some skating later on tonight, so hopefully this will carry me through here. And funny enough, so Luke Bohaneke, who is one of the founders of Course Record, he was also a part of Avid Golf, and maybe still is. Not too sure how that all works, but Avid Golf, big sponsor of Golf Manitoba and the Golf Manitoba Awards, where we met this gentleman. Before we do that, we're going to give a shout out to our boy, and that's Bryce Matlashewski. He is an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IA Private Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. You can also check him out in our link tree. We still got that link tree. Just go to our social medias, click on that bio, and in there will be a link to our link tree, and you can check out all the different links that are in there. Got a link to Golf Manitoba. We got a link to, well, not Course Record, but maybe we will one day when Course Record sponsors our show.
Next season, I think.
Next season,
we will send our sponsorship application package over to him. We'll fax it to him. The other thing, JR, I think we should mention, we're on Zoom, Studio Zoom.
Right. Yeah, good call, Mike.
Yeah, it's been a while since we recorded. We're busy, whatever the heck we do.
Golfing. And you can also find us at Fourth Line, Virtual Golf. We're back into the off season, if you call it the sim season, where we're there weekly playing golf, and they are sold out. They got over, I don't even know how many teams they have between their 9-hole and their 18-hole league. They got over 30 teams, but it's nice to keep the swing going. Although Mike and I haven't been playing the greatest.
No.
We're still having a good time.
Padding that cap.
That's right, yeah. Trying to win some money because the caps adjust every week. That's the main thing. We got to sandbag. It's the province of sandbaggers. We're trying to get our handicap a little bit higher so we can sandbag. This man, don't know if he's a sandbagger or not. He's looking great tonight. He's got his video off, but that's okay because he is a world champion. I don't think we've ever been joined by a world champion.
No, unless...
Oh, well, would we call Mark Stone a world champion?
He's a world champion of hockey, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, not in golf. This is our first one for golf. That's for sure. We got Darcy on, and it was really great meeting yourself and your wife. Shout out to your wife.
Thanks,
She helped, set this thing up. And you also, what was the advice you gave us just before we came on about the shed?
Oh, yeah.
I told you if you want to save a marriage, get a shed, and you can live out there like I do a lot of the time. And that's not advice. That's true advice, boys. You got to get out. You got to get away sometimes.
That's right.
You got to get away and practice all by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you swing a club in the shed?
You know what? I could just work on my putting stroke. That's it.
That's good. That's good.
But it's. I recommend it to everybody that's married.
There you go. Get yourself a shed. That's it. Maybe that's all we need to do for the podcast. That's
it. All
that's
right,
it. We're done.
talking
Thanks.
to you, boys. All the best. We'll see you out on the course.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with how we always usually start off on the pod here, and how you got into golf.
Well, boys, my dad and his bunch of his buddies, they used to work at the railroad, Symington Yard, and they joined Elmhurst in 1977. And my dad joined me and my older brother Joe. He used to say we're the youngest members, and that's why I started golfing at Elmhurst Golf and Country Club in 1977. I would have been 12. Me and my brother, we played a lot. And I always say that because the eye disease we have, it moved faster for me and my brother because we played so much golf when we were young, and we played with no hat, no sunglasses. And I don't recommend that to even guys with good eyes. But that, from 1977, that's when I started. And I truly believe to this day that our eyes, my older brother Joe, are the worst. It runs in our family because of the fact that we played so much golf when we were young with no hats and no sunglasses on. But yeah, that's where I started. I played junior golf. 1980 was I made the 16 and under Manitoba team, Western Canadian, with Johnny Wendels and Duncan Ridley from Morton. And that got me hooked because I tell you what, I put the Manitoba shirt on, and it felt cool. It felt like this kind of means something for golf for me anyways. It was just nice to wear the colors, and that was my first taste of playing, for the province or whatever you want to take it. Then I was 15. That was 1980.
Did you get any lessons at all? Or was it through your dad?
You know what? No, my dad was, he wasn't very good, but he knew the game. He was a good athlete, but I did not get any lessons. Randy Brecky was around, but Jimmy King was a name from the old days. If you're an old guy from Elmhurst, he was a left-handed golfer, and I just copied him. He was a lefty, but I'm not a lefty. But he was just he was so smooth, and I just thought, man, that guy just swings. He barely swings, and he hits it really nice. So that's why I got my swing from watching Jimmy King, believe it or not, and he doesn't really even know who I am, and that was a long time ago. So,
well, is he a world champ or not?
He's no world champ.
But you are, so we should know who you are.
Yeah, no, that's funny because I tell a couple good friends of mine, Roy and Jason, and I say, boys, you can call me world champ. It's okay. I mean, you're not lying, but they just tell me to F off. So, and then we just carry on.
What do you remember your first set of clubs? Were they hand-me-downs? Were they actual junior clubs, or what were they?
Yeah, they were. I had Hogan's when I was young. Those were kind of my first, the Radial, even maybe the Hogan Radial. How old are you guys? Are you guys
late 30s?
Yeah,
both of you.
Yeah,
yeah. So no, you wouldn't remember those, but yeah, I had Hogan's and I had all the good clubs. I got a beautiful set of Accuforms under the Christmas tree when you're brand new, beautiful clubs. Couldn't hit them. They were, if you guys know what Accuforms are, the face was just it's the smallest club face you've ever witnessed. But anyways, yeah, no, Hogan was my kind of clubs. And then as I in college, I started playing pings, and I played pings for a long time. ISIs. For as long as I played.
Whereabouts did you play college golf?
I went to Southern Mississippi.
Wow.
Yeah, no, in 1983, me and John Ricchetti, Glenn Natchuk, I'm sure you boys heard of that guy's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me and Glenny and Chetty were all roommates. We're good buddies. We a guy named Kenny Choman who owned Dairy Queens up here. He found out about Southern Miss. He went there, and then he come up and he said, well, the coach says you boys want to come down and try out. He'll put us on the team. So that's what we did. We got Ricchetti's Camaro. We drove straight down Pembina Highway, 32 hours, and we're in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did 4 years there, man. It was Division I golf, and it was pretty good.
A little bit different recruiting story than probably what some people would be experiencing these days.
Yeah, no, it's all different. I'm still waiting for my NIL from 1984, but I don't think it's coming, boys. I don't know.
I did look up some of the alumni of Southern Mississippi. Jimmy Buffett. Absolutely, yeah. Which would have been maybe a little bit before your time, and then
Margaritaville for sure.
Brett Favre.
By far the biggest name to come out of Southern Miss. But I left in 87, and I believe he was 88. I think he had 2 years, 88, 89.
It said he was there in the fall of 87 or something. A deep dive on Favre at the university.
And I always liked Favre because of the fact that he went to Southern Miss. And who's better, boys? Who do you got, Favre or Rogers for a career? Now, that's a great comparison.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
I know this is a golf podcast, but I like to throw questions out there, boys.
Appreciate that. I'm going to go with Favre.
Me too. Yeah, I like Favre. I mean, I guess there was...
Because you're talking to Southern Mississippi guy. I appreciate that.
We know who we're chatting to.
Yeah,
exactly. There was a bad doc on him recently that came out. It kind of like...
Yes.
Got in some trouble.
It didn't make him look very good.
No, I mean, Aaron Rodgers isn't exactly the...
No.
Yeah,
much better. Anyways, yeah. Just a bunch of weirdos. Those quarterbacks are a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, no doubt.
Especially the ones that went to Southern Miss. I can't imagine that there was any silence on that car ride down there. No one the group you were with.
Yeah, no, Ricchetti, he's a beauty. He don't shut up, that guy, man. He talks and he talks, but everyone loves him, man. I call him the Pied Piper of Manitoba golf because he always brings the boys all together when he comes to town.
That's awesome. Yeah. We had him on the pod. I forget what season he was on, but we had John Ricchetti on the pod.
Yeah,
season
every year.
Season 3, episode 25. JR, I looked it up.
Nice, thanks, Mike.
You bet.
There you go, Mike.
Is that what got him down there? I mean, like, because he kind of lives in that area.
That's exactly what got him down there. Because I tell you, him and Natchik both married Southern Belles, and they never came back. They stayed there, man. And funny it is, I have not been down there since 87.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And I mean, they've lived there. I mean, Glennie lives in Tampa. I talk to him sometimes, not all the time, but
we'll make a trip. We'll buy a Camaro and drive down there.
Straight down Pembina Highway, boys. I'm telling you, that's what it takes. You go through St. Louis, and it's just almost a straight line to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the old days. That was 83 to 87.
Mm-hmm.
And before you even went down there, you won a high school championship in golf.
I did. I won the provincials in 83. I went to St. John's High, and we were in Shiloh, and I just actually seen my golf teacher. They're like this year at Kildone, and he knows the guy in blind golf, and he come and said hi. And it's funny, 45 years later, whatever 1983 is, he says, Darcy, I remember you only got a sleeve of balls and an umbrella for winning. I says, that's okay, Mr. Werner. I got the title, and that's all that matters. But I found it hilarious that he actually remembered that.
That's not a lot.
No, he benched Jason Groshak. I mean, and it's a true story. And this is with the provincials. There was 4 players, and we had myself and Robert McCoskey and RIP McCosco and Mark Solomon, and Jason Groshak was our team. But Groshak skipped the class the day before, so he got benched, and he brought in another guy. So I shoot 70. McCoskey shoots 75. Mark shoots 76. And the guy he brought in shoots 104. We lose by 1.
Oh.
Yeah. So that I blame Groshak.
I was going to say, well, you should have got one lower.
School, kids.
Stay in school, boys, because I see Groshak. I still know the guy. He's a member at Elmhurst now, so I run into him the last few years. But yeah, that was the provincial at 1983. That was, again, never thought I'd be talking about it 42 years later or whatever it is. But
well, you're welcome. Here we are.
Yeah, thanks, boys. 1983 I made the junior team with David White and Glenn Collins and John Ricchetti.
How about that?
Yeah. No, my dad. That's my dad. Not only did he start me in golf, he was my caddy.
Oh yeah.
He was my caddy, and we went from coast to coast to southern Mississippi and back, and he carried my bag in every tournament, every Monday putter, not casual rounds, but he was a true blue caddy. He was the most famous caddy on the tour because he was always there. And he was a beauty, boys. I tell you, he was a beauty. My dad caddied I only played what I call vision golf for 77, I guess, to 93. But
yeah. Well,
yeah.
93 there, you got the Manitoba Match play. You won the Manitoba Match play.
I did win the match play, and you know what? I think about that because I saw every shot that I hit that tournament, and when you can't see, you think about that stuff, and I was like, that was 93, right?
Yep, that's
so I would have been 27, and I was just playing good because I beat Leachy first round, and then I beat I beat Garth Collins in the second round, and then I beat Gary Coleman in the third round. And I was 2 down on Gary going to 16 at Elmhurst, right? You boys played Elmhurst.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I was 2 down, not looking good at all. And not only that, the pin was front left, and I was 2 inches on the back right of the green. And he had about a 15-footer straight up the hill. So I'm not looking good. So my dad, I'm looking at my putt, and I says, Jesus Christ, this could go off the green easy. And he says, you get this fucking match to the next tee box. So I relooked the putt, boys. I threw it out 10 feet wider than I was looking. I threw it out there, and it was a long putt. And I threw it out there, and so I started walking. And this putt's, the 16th green is very sloped. It starts diving, and I'm walking. It's diving. I start saying, get in. It hangs on the lip. It's the greatest putt I never made. He misses. So I birdie 17. I'm 1 down. I birdie 18 to square up the match. We go to extra holes. First hole at Elmy. Whatever. Hit a decent drive back then. I'm hitting a nice quiet 8-iron. Hit a beautiful high drawing 8-iron. It looks good. 1 inch from the hole. Ooh. Birdie. Coleman gives me the finger. He's, blah, blah, blah. He's pissed off. And then I went on and I beat John DeSoni's in the final, and I played really well. Yeah, wow. No, I think about that because that was 93, and I just, I still was playing good, and I could see. And then 94, something happened where I hit a shot. I was playing with Derek Smith and the boys, the real estate agent, and I just simply hit it. And I said, boys, where'd that go? And they're like, you kidding? Like, what do you mean? Where? I says, I didn't see it. So that's where it started. 94 is where I kind of started, like, not picking my ball up, and then it just got worse, like, quick. And then at that point, my dad couldn't see, and I'd hit a drive and I couldn't see it. And I say, Dad, you see it? He say, son, I seen it take off. I said, well, that's useless because it moves in the air. We're looking in the right rough for my ball, and the guys we're playing with say, Furby, you're in the left fairway over there. I said, okay, this isn't good.
Yeah, wow. So it was just kind of like that. That was it.
It happened somewhat quick, I guess, but 94, whatever, 5 amateur, it was Bell Acres, and I was standing there 80 yards from the hole on number 12. I could not find the pin. And I just said in my mind, like, Furby, you're done. You can't play with these guys anymore. You might be able to play, but I mean, now,
at that time, you would have been 28-ish?
Well, 94, I would have been 28, 29. Yeah. 95, I would have been 30, but yeah. So at that point in time, but it runs in my family. So it was just like, I knew, at some point I wasn't, I couldn't see at night already. Like nighttime vision was awful then and there. So that was 94, 95. And basically after 95, which looking back, I was surprised I was on a winning Manitoba team. Not a team, but they used to have a club team every year. You'd play with your golf club and you'd play against everybody. Manitoba Interclub, it was called. It was a 1-day shootout, right? And I was a member at Pine Ridge, which was really nice for like 7-8 years. Played lots of golf at Pine Ridge also. So yeah, 95 is basically when I knew that the writing was on the wall, and I got married in 96, and that's what I told everybody. That's why I quit golfing, because I got married. Nobody asked me, But,
Right.
You blamed it on her. Yeah, you blamed it on her.
You can edit that.
We'll put it in our laugh track. Yeah, it's good.
No, that's
So yeah, no, but I mean,
I was more surprised, like nobody knew that you were, maybe experiencing some of these.
right. Because I'm standing there trying to, I mean, we're talking 75 yards. It's my third shot on what I used to call the hardest hole in Manitoba, the 12th hole at Bell Acres, because the wind's always blowing to the farmer's field. But like, I'm talking to my dad.
Yeah.
I says, like, I can't see the pin. He says, son, it's right there. I says, I know it's right there. I can't pick it up. So me and my dad, we had lots of brawls on the golf course, just, verbal brawls.
As most people do with their caddy, though, right? That's a typical thing.
He was my caddy and he was my dad. And it's like, he told me he talked pretty ridiculous at times, on the course. And I'm just, trying to focus. But
quickly, just on the 93 match play there, I saw that it said Glenn Mills was the medalist that year, which I guess the medalist is the low score in the qualifying round. I had to look that up because I didn't know what it meant.
yes.
And so then I asked Glenn, and then he said he lost in that year to Rob McMillan. But he said you guys golfed a lot and maybe we're on some teams together.
Glenn Mills?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you a quick story about Millsy. We're going now. My dad died in November 26th this month, actually 2011, right? So the following summer, my mom took me and my brothers out to the golf course, right? And I had my dad in my back pocket. I was spreading them on every hole in the parking lot. I know you're not supposed to, so hopefully nobody's listening, boys. So anyways, I spread them all over the place at Elmhurst. Anyways, we're walking down the fifth fairway and through the bush on number 2 comes Millsy. He heard that I was at the course, so he wanted to just cross over. He crossed through the bush and says, Furby, how you doing? I said, hey, how's it going, Millsy? He says, good. He says, hey, how's Harry? I says, hold on. I pull him out of my back pocket. I says, you can say hi to him. He's right here. He says, oh, my God, Furby, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I said, you know what? Harry would be just so happy that you asked about him, Millsy. So
yeah. Oh, that's great. Great.
No, my dad, he knew a lot of the boys and they become good friends. He was, like I said, he was a legendary caddy out there, man.
And Glenn Mills, for those who don't know, also a past podcast, director of golf and the pro at Assiniboine Golf and Country Club, the Royal.
Yeah, he's
Assiniboine.
been around forever, Millsy. Sweet swinging Millsy.
Yeah, and he's still competing. Good for him.
Absolutely, man.
So what is it that you have or that's hereditary, that your family?
It's called retinitis pigmentosa. Your retina degenerates over time, and it's short as RP. It runs in my family. My mother got it from her father, and she passed it along to my 2 brothers, me and my 2 brothers, and we have a sister who sees like a hawk. She's actually my older brother's golf coach. She's got great vision, but it runs in my family and my cousins. A lot of the family have dealt with it, and it's just hereditary, and it's kind of rare, and it rips your retina away slowly but surely, and it affects you at night in early stages. And I knew that because I couldn't see nothing at night when I was a little guy, and I still can't see nothing. But that is the eye disease, and it's hereditary, and I've learned to deal with it through my mother because she's had it, and she's 86, and she lives by herself, and she's definitely the leader of our family, and you'll never catch her in a bad mood, boys. So
wow.
I try.
Lives by herself, too.
She does. I mean, my sister's her main caregiver, but she does live by herself, and she loves her Jets, and she's a total inspiration to myself and to our whole family, really.
Mm-hmm. And then I would assume that there's no, they don't have a cure or
no, you know what?
Anything,
everybody
operation or
saying 5 years, but I must say, my younger brother Leonard, he's right into he's up on the research. He ran the CNIB for years until he had to retire because of the eye disease. But there's you know what? There has been progress. I'm going to say, boys, there's been progress since 20 years ago, a little bit, but not to the point where Furby can see anything again right now. But you never know. You never know, boys. You can always hope, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you still must see those pictures in your mind.
Well, and when it comes to golf, that's all I got is visualizing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I gotta, since I can't see, I need a coach, right? And I've got buddies over the last 15 years, we'll call it, well, whatever, 14, 13 years that I've been playing blind golf. I've got different coaches. My main coach is my brother-in-law, Ron Oliver, who does, 95% of the time. But I got some buddies that have coached me, and one particular buddy, his name is Smitty. He's coaching me, and I think we're at Pine Ridge, 17th hole. I hit a good drive. So I get out of the car. I kind of make my way. This is 10 years ago when I could kind of see a little bit still. So I get to the ball. I says, okay, Smitty, what do we got? He says, Furby, don't worry about it. I says, okay, you're not telling me how far I got. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, well, what am I hitting? It doesn't matter. Okay, for fuck's sakes. I said, how am I supposed to hit a shot? I have no clue how far or what I'm hitting. Be an artist, he says, Furby. And I just want to grab him and just put it this way. I told him, if you're my guide dog, I'd put you down right here in the middle of the fairway. That's what I told him. So yeah, imagine that. That's a true story. How far do you imagine that? Boy, how far do you got? It doesn't matter. Really? Anyway, thanks, Smitty.
That's probably a key part of it. I mean,
it's a key part because, I mean, not that I'm flighting anything down, but I mean, when you can't see, you got to, you want to hit a full 7-iron, you want to get it up in the air, and, you want to somewhat visualize it, right? And when you don't know.
How did you get into blind golf?
It's a great question because my brother next door who lives directly right next door to me, he married my neighbor like 14 years ago. But he's got the same eye problem, and he played golf, but not as competitive as I did in the younger days. Mm-hmm. And he discovered Manitoba Blind Federation in 2012, and he went to a tournament in Port Albany or Alberni, out west, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, I had no idea. And then the next year, I joined the Manitoba Blind Sports Federation and played in the tournament. They play, it's just a one-day tournament, and there's 15, 20 people, and they're not all blind by no means, but you don't have to be totally blind to play. You just have to be visually impaired a little bit. So I got out there, 2014, and I was at Charleswood, I think, the tournament. It was just like, holy cow, I was like nervous on the first tee. It was like the old days, right?
Yeah.
And it really fired me up because I haven't played in, I basically, after I didn't play. I basically retired in 95. I play once a year when Ricchetti would pick me up and we would go, but I didn't play. I became a father in 1998 and that's what I did. I was a full-time father. I have 2 daughters, Kaylee and Madison, in 1998 and 2000. And I put, in my mind, I worked on being a dad as hard as I worked on my game in the old days, which, I always worked on my game hard. I practiced hard and I played a lot, but I could no longer do that. And I said, you know what? It's time to be a dad. And I gave whatever I could to be a dad. And it's the greatest thing that, that's ever happened to me is my 2 daughters. So, yeah.
Absolutely. JR and I both have daughters. Maybe we should stop working on our golf game and focus a little bit more on being a father.
Yeah. Play grocery store with the girls. I don't know how old they are, but stuff like that. But
do you remember what you shot? That it sounds like you played a few rounds leading up to that first competition, but
I mean, you're talking and what I shot when I in the first blind tournament, or when I shot?
Yeah. What did you shoot your first blind tournament?
You know what? And again, at that point, I was considered a B2, which is 1 to 5% of your vision. So I wasn't playing Stockholm blind like I am the last couple of years. But you know what? If I had to guess, I think I shot 89.
Yeah.
And that was 14 years ago. And I could still see the ball on the ground, which really helps. But then as the years gone by in the last, I couldn't find the ball on the ground. And my brother-in-law, he said, maybe you should just think about going to the B1 category where you have to wear blockers, like blackout blockers, and you don't got to worry about it. And maybe next year. And then finally, not this year, but last year, I just said, you know what, I'm struggling so much to find the ball on the ground that I might as well go to B1 and see what happens. So I went to B1 and I beat everybody in the world.
Well, we were going to get into that, but I had one before. Do your daughters golf?
They do, but just for fun. They don't. Like they played sports, they played basketball, volleyball, and they just never really got the golf bug. But they'll go out a few times, now. But they don't golf like heavy duty by no means. It's more for fun.
And you touched on the categories of blind golf. You mentioned B2 and
did,
B1. Are
yes.
there other different levels then based on how visually impaired you are?
Exactly. There's 3 levels. A B3 level, which is the one when I first started. That's the one I entered, but I quickly went into the B2 because those guys can see way better than me, and I just was struggling. But that's 6 to 10% of your vision, and that's the B3 category. And I guess it's just blind 3. And blind 2 is 1 to 5% of your vision, which isn't very much. But still, some of those guys can, see. And then the B1 category is cold blind, and that's what I've been doing the last 2 years. I played lots of golf, man, in the dark.
Yeah. Well, how does one do that? Walk us through.
Yeah.
Say you're on the first tee. You mentioned you have a coach. Is that person with you?
If I have no coach, I have no chance of getting to the course. I have no chance of playing because, I can't see, so I need a guide.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll get to the course. My coach will take me. We'll go to the range, and basically what he does is, I'll use the driver, for example. Okay, because I like when you tee up your ball. So now I'm teeing up the ball, but now I'm pointing my toe like where he wants me to be lined. Like, because I'll tee up the ball and I'll point my toe, and he'll say more to the right, and then I'll point my toe and I'll tee my ball up right in front of my toe, and then I'll have very little movement. Then I'll just kind of move, in address mode. I won't have my club behind the ball because I can't see the ball, of course, but I know which direction we're going, so I'm not twisting and turning. So then he'll come in and he'll grab my shaft. It's all of a sudden it's got into a porn talk, boys. But my coach grabs my shaft and he puts the club right behind the ball, and then he'll take 2 steps back, and then he'll say, if he has to, a little left, and I'll move my feet and my shoulder, and I'll adjust, and he'll say, good, fire, or whatever trigger word you want to use. So, and that's how it's done. And blind golf is exactly the same, except for I can ground my club in the bunker. You guys can't. Every other rule's the same.
Huh.
Every rule in blind golf is the same, except I can ground my club in a hazard, and you guys can't.
Wow. That was gonna be one of my questions. Like, there must be some different rules.
That's the only different one.
And the clubs are the same?
The clubs are the same. You can use whatever clubs you want, oversized, whatever club suits you. They're all the same. And the putting is interesting. The putting is, you guys know golf's hard, man. I mean, even when you see perfect, golf is hard. And putting is tough because your coach never knows how hard you're going to hit it, first of all, right? I mean, you got a 6-foot putt, right lip, and you blast it, it's going through the break, right?
Sure.
But I truly, truly learned in blind golf. For me, Furby don't charge any putts. No, I got a 6-footer. I'm lagging it. I'm just trying to drop it in because I'll take, guys call me names if I'm 6 inches, 8 inches short. I don't care. I'd rather be that than 4 feet by,
Yeah.
So it becomes just feel. And like my coach will go to the pin, and then obviously he can see. He'll take my putter and he'll point it at my ball, and I will feel for the line. He will count the yards. Okay, he will get to my ball 7 yards, 21 feet. I'll say it's going right to left. I can tell for sure. I say whatever, couple cups to the right and left, and here we go. And if I miss it, it's always his fault. So it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Right? Yeah, you got a scapegoat.
I just say, nice read.
Yeah.
And you say, you push out. And I say, I did not push it. But whatever. That's the kind of fun we have in blind golf. You always blame your coach when in doubt, right?
Wow. What kind of tools is Ron there using? Like, you got a yardage?
He's got the binoculars. He's got the wristwatch, and unlike my other coach, he does give me the yardage, and I tell him what I want to hit, right? Like depending on the yardage, of course, and the wind, and it's golf, man. You gotta be decisive, just like in anything.
What's in your bag now? What's in your bag? What are you using for sticks?
Titleist, but I have Titleist from a 7-iron to sand wedges, and then I have hybrids, which I when I originally started, I hated them, but now, oh my God, I wish every club was a hybrid, because I love them. They're just so forgiving. I mean, people don't like them, but I say, well, you hit it off the toe, it's going to get close to where you're going.
That is true. I got one hybrid in my bag, and I like
one
it.
Only you carry a 4-iron?
I got a 5. I got a 5 hybrid, which is kind of like my 4-iron.
Oh, do you have a 4-iron?
I do not.
How about a 3-iron?
I do not.
I do. I have a 4-iron, and I used to have a 2-iron in my bag.
Oh my!
I got rid of that one.
Yeah, that's old school 2-irons and 1-irons.
And we thought Mike lost his 7-iron when we were playing virtual golf at Fourth Line Virtual Golf, but it was hiding. Yeah. What was it hiding behind? A hybrid?
It was like tucked in it was a hybrid, sock on top or whatever, a club cover. But I looked like 3 times, and then you looked twice.
Yeah,
and
couldn't find it.
I'm not crazy. Maybe we can qualify for Division 3 here.
B3, yeah. Can't find a 7-iron.
But
no that's pretty rough when you lose a club at virtual golf.
Yeah, I kept making the joke. I left it on hole 10 by the green, and then I found it later.
Yeah, no kidding. I played golf with Ricchetti last year at Kildonan, right? He coaches me for 1 hole, forgets my 9-iron on the 4th green. I chewed him out. Like some lady said, "Oh, did you boys forget your club?" I says, "I don't know. What is it?" "It's a 9-iron." I says, "Yeah, I got it." I says, "Chetty?" He says, "Oh, okay. Sorry, Furby." 1 hole, the guy coaches me. He loses my club. I couldn't believe it. His attention span is the worst of the fly. It's unbelievable. But I tell you, I love the guy. I've known him we were roommates in college for years.
Ron, ever get any arguments about club selection?
You know what? No, he's good like that, because I will definitely ask him, what he likes, because I think it's important to keep the caddy involved, right?
Yeah.
But in the end, I'll have the final decision, and it just, I'm just fucking with him. I say, well, I'm just going to draw this one up against the left to right win, right? And he says, why do you got to do that? I mean, really? And I'm a 28 handicap. I don't have that shot in my bag anymore. Like, I'm just trying to make contact, let alone draw anything up against the fucking wind. I says, So yeah, so just stuff like that. If I come, I want to hit this really high, and I mean, you got to do a couple certain things to hit the ball higher. Yeah. But it just drives him nuts. But that's a good question. But overall, no. But funny. But he's the best coach in blind golf for sure. But last year, or not even last year, sorry, in the Worlds, right? This is in August. This is down the stretch now. This is I don't even know, it's a 36-hole tournament. I've got the first round lead. I'm playing pretty good in the second round. And this is, say, the 14th hole. Par 4. I get on the tee. He lines me up, and I hit it. And I know I don't hit it good. And all he says is, wow. And I go wow, what, man? Where is it? Wow. It's never good when your coach just says, wow. What does that mean? I told him, no more wows. Next year when we play, I want you to tell me if I hit it between my legs, I hit it between my legs. So be it. No more wows, because I said, wow. And I'm, okay.
Yeah. I was going to say, you must know when
no,
it's really good, but then
know. When you flush it, when you flush it.
Right.
When you flush a ball, it's like you didn't even hit it. It's clean. It's gone. It's pure.
Yeah.
And I could give an educated guess. I said, yeah, I probably pushed that one a little bit or pulled it or whatever. But for sure, just like a guy who could see, but I know most of the time whether I push or pull it, but.
Yeah. No, I've never flushed it, so I've never experienced that.
You boys got a hole in one?
No.
But hang on. No, I was going to say, hang on. That question will be coming up a little bit later. So don't jump ahead here, Furby. Don't jump ahead.
Okay. All right. No problem.
So you mentioned your handicap. Is the championships, are they handicapped, or do you use a handicap in that, or how does that work?
They have a category for net, but the championship was based on gross scores.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and there was, like I said, I don't know at the table, but there's guys I played, like there wasn't there was like 70 people in the field, and I don't know how many exactly were in the totally blind category, but there's definitely guys from all over the world that I was playing, so it was good.
And is it always 36 holes? Is a stroke play? Is that usually what the format is?
It's either stroke or the point system, whatever it's called, Phoenix or. What do they call the points when you're getting points?
Stableford?
Stable. That's right. The Stableford. It's either Stableford and, which, you know what, the Stableford is probably pretty good for the blind, because, you know, some of these guys are out there making 12s and whatever. I bait 10s and 12s. It's no fun, but that's why the Stableford, right, is good, because you can pick it up.
Do you get points for drinking beers?
Yeah, you can have a cold bubbly if you want. Absolutely. You know, it's for sure you can.
I was going to say, do you ever join in like a scramble event? Like,
yes. I played in a few scrambles for sure. And I just tell the people, listen, I'm getting sick of using my shots all the time, you guys. Come on.
Exactly.
And they just think this blind guy's a real prick, huh?
That's good.
But that's real stuff. That's what happens. But yeah, it's all good. No, the blind golf, the last 10, 14 years has rejuvenized my golf career, because, like I said, I literally stopped golfing for 20 years to raise the family and do that. But blind golf has been somewhat of a blessing, because, like I said, I started in 2014, and all of a sudden in 2017, I'm playing for me and my brother. We're representing North America.
Wow.
Yeah. I haven't played golf in 20 years. I played two years in blind golf. In the third year, I've won the Canadian as a B2, so I qualified to be. It was 12 players from North America against 12 players from around the world, Ryder Cup style, right? It was so much fun. That was 2017. We played in Creston, British Columbia, and it ended up dead tied.
You get some funds. You don't go to.
You get a little bit of funds. Not a lot, but the Manitoba Blind Federation, they'll give you. They'll pay for one tournament and maybe one flight.
Well,
but that's good. One thing I never did. I don't. I'm not one to go ask for sponsors and stuff like that. But now, boys, being a world champ, I might. Because now the World Championship's in Spain in 2027, and now Furby needs a lot of cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drinks ain't cheap in Spain.
I think they are. I think a bottle of wine is like €2. So.
There you go.
Mike's been, haven't you, or was that just Portugal?
It was Portugal, but yeah, and we'll get you a sponsor. Furby's looking for a sponsorship to our listeners. Maybe course record.
And we'll take a 10% cut as your agent.
Absolutely. You can have more than that, because I don't think anyone will be coming. So you can have but it's all good, boys. It's fired up.
I was looking up the Paralympics, but I guess golf is not in the Paralympics.
Yeah, no, and they were talking about that, and that would have been cool to go and even play in the Paralympics, whatever. I mean, I definitely have a disability, no doubt about it.
Yeah, well, there was other blind sports. I think there was basketball and there was hockey. And I'm this. You're an athlete.
No, I think golf. I think golf should be there. I mean, why not? I mean, it's one of the most popular games worldwide these days. But boys, that's got to be quick, because Furby's not getting any younger. That's for sure.
Do they have a senior category? Do they have different categories, or it's strictly
in different tournaments they have? Sometimes they'll have a seniors, but just more. It's just B3s play the B3s, the B2s play the B2s, and the B1s play the B1s.
That makes sense. And you mentioned there are glasses. There's glasses that are blackout glasses, so you
because believe it or not, boys, guys were cheating.
Oh, of course.
You're supposed to be completely blind, and they're not. So, of course, they got a big advantage in that category. So, guys got glass eyes. They got to wear blackouts. That's how strict they are.
Wow.
I don't think he's seeing much, but So you have to wear blackouts, and if you don't, whatever, you're disqualified. You have to wear them. It's pretty wild, man. You're putting those things on and go try and hit a shot, off a downhill lie out of the long rough. in the dark. It's
couldn't imagine it.
You know what, boy? And I'm more I got a lot of time to think because I'm on a disability. I don't work, but I just like the golf wise. You have to concentrate really good, like to be good players, like, whatever. You guys shooting even par and under. These guys, their focus is great, right? And I just thought, man, when you're a blind golfer, you got to really be concentrating. No, I don't want to say double, but I mean, again, when I was younger, I was a scratch handicap, and you have to be focused. You have to be concentrating when it's your shot, right? And that's even times a lot when it's blind golf because, But then again, you also don't want to be thinking of a million things either. So, but it's a fine line, boys. It's, if we ever get on the course, I got an extra pair of blackouts. You can hit a few shots and yeah.
Well,
definitely off the tee.
Generally just give us a few drinks and we'll get blackout that way.
There you go. You get blackout that way.
JR and at Kingswood, they have the Superintendent's Revenge. And on one of the par 3 holes, they have a blackout spray painted kind of safety glasses.
There you go.
And you have to tee off with those on. And it's not easy. I usually end up just shanking it somewhere, and nobody's going on the green.
No kidding.
And you were all kind of cheating anyway. You're kind of like looking at down the bottom of the glasses.
No, I know, and that's what my buddies do too. And they'll put them on, but then they'll take a last look to make sure the ball's there. But that's cheating, right?
Even then, you take a swing, and
yes.
I mean, it's hand-eye, right? So
yes, for sure,
you can correct your hands when you can see the ball, but if you're just swinging, which I'm sure you got a great swing. When I go for lessons, all the pros, they say, "Oh, you got good hand-eye." I say, "Oh, thank you." That's not a compliment.
Not talking about golf. Yeah, just overall, you got great hand-eye.
Sucks, but you kind of connect right at the end there. But
right.
Anyways, you kind of touched on this earlier, but you must visualize kind of the course, and I'm sure Ron there is, must be very descriptive in.
Well, he is, and it's funny you say that because we play a course, say whatever, like just for example, at the Worlds this year in 2022, I played it was in the same place, Simcoe, right at the Renton's golf course, and there's 3 different 9 holes, and they call them the blue, the green, and the red, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in 2022, we played the green and the red, whatever. And in 2025, we played the blues for the Canadians, the blue and the green. And the practice round, I said, "Well, Ronnie, it's okay. I remember every hole." He says, "Yeah, sure you do." So whatever. First hole, I says, par 5, little dog leg right. He says, "Yeah." Second hole, we get to, I says, up the hill straight away, par 4. Blah, blah, blah. I name every hole right to the nuts, and I tell him, "Don't ever question me again." And then he tells me to F off, and we're all good.
That's the way.
But whatever. But no, it's the whole point of when you can't see, you have to vision, and that's my point. Like he couldn't remember these holes, and he's got perfect vision, But he's not there to remember the holes. I'm drawing this hole in my mind, and not that I'm thinking I'm going to be back to it, but I mean, like Elmhurst. I mean, I tell the boys all the time, boys, I can play this course with my eyes closed. And I do. So that's visualizing is a big part of golf, and it should be, even when you can see, you should be visualizing your shots.
Sure. Yeah.
So do it, boy. What's your handicap, boys?
I'm at a 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mike here's at a 16 right now.
We both used to be 18s. That's the 18 over par podcast.
Okay, I was wondering how that is. Yeah, no,
but we're getting a little bit better.
You're getting better. 10's really much better. Where do you boys play?
Oh, all over.
Anywhere that'll take us.
Anywhere that'll. Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Right on.
Yeah, but we love it. We love the game. We really enjoy it, and that's kind of why we started this pod. And now we're here talking to another world champ, a world champ for golf, our first world champ for golf, which is amazing.
You know what? When you say that, it does kind of not freak me out, but it's just it's wild, man.
And you're also a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that and I kind of, not that whatever. The Hall of Fame, you never think of the Hall. Whatever. When I got into the Hall of Fame, I just thought, you know what, Furby, are they just putting you in the Hall of Fame because you can't see and you won a few blind tournaments? But then I went through my record when I was, I played for 10, 11 years and whatever. A couple Wellington Cup teams, match play champ, Division I. I was actually okay. And then with my blind golf, and then I won the Worlds this year, so I'm in the Hall of Fame. They're not going to tear me out now, so that was
hopefully not until you get the Brett Favre stories coming out.
Yeah, no kidding. Bunch of dirts coming out of Furby. They pull out by Hall of Fame. Oh boy, my mom would not be happy. Yeah, no, it was that was by far the greatest honor ever in golf that I had. I mean, for sure. I mean, that was again my Derek Smith, my real estate guy. He's the one who nominated me, and I just kind of laughed. He said, "Darcy, can I nominate you?" I said, "Go ahead." I don't know why you would, and then I got in. Robbie McMillan called me. It was the greatest phone call I think I've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Well, congratulations on that front.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Cool. Thank you. That was really cool, and it's still cool. I mean, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any more there, Mike, or did you want to jump into the back nine here?
I got a couple more we can thread into the back nine.
I like that. I like when you do that. All right, well, let's jump into the back nine lightning round. It is for Bryce Matlashewski, who's an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IE Private Wealth and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. You can also check him out in our link tree, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. We're there on X too. Just click on our bio. And right there will be our link tree. And the first link is Bryce Matlashewski. And we'll have some more information on blind golf because this has been a fun dive for me into the Blind Golf Association and all the stuff that surrounds around that.
All the publicity the blind golf can get, Western Canadian Blind and Canadian Blind Golf. Yeah, no, it's growing. That's for sure. It is definitely getting bigger. And like I said, you don't have to be, quote, blind to get in.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just have to have a coach that'll go watch your ball.
Put on some blackout glasses. Well, maybe, we'll try it. We'll try around. I know I was supposed to go out and have one eye shut, or have a patch over one eye.
Right. That would be different.
Yeah.
But even just play one hole. I mean, but again, like I always tell people, the tee ball is always the easiest because it's flat and it's the biggest club. Now try and hit a 4 hybrid, off a little, side hill lie. Now that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, because,
Quickly, before we get into our back nine lightning round, I guess, what's your favorite club or shot to hit and your least favorite?
Well, my driver's been my favorite club for when I could see, and now when I've been driving the ball good lately. And I guess my least favorite, a flop shot's not fun when you can't see.
Right.
Especially, but it's not impossible by no means. But my sand play this year, boys, was as good as when I could see. I'm telling you, I played the bunkers I was happy to be in a bunker.
Yeah.
It was just, my coach would just open a face and just put it down 2 inches behind the ball. And he would say, I say, and that's what I say, how far am I trying to fly it? He'd say 10 yards. And I would try and give it my 10-yard swing. And sometimes it would work. And sometimes you catch it thin and you're over the green in the bush.
That's how it goes, whether you can see or not.
That's right.
That's pretty typical.
I would say that, whether you can see or not, that happens.
Ron must be a player. Like, what's his
Ronnie
handicap?
has been a 15 handicap for 45 years, and he's going to be pissed off that I'm saying it. He says he was 11 once, but I don't remember. He's my brother, and they've been married 50 years next year, so he's been around forever, my brother-in-law. He's like the oldest brother in all of us, but he's a 15 handicap. He's a former detective, and he plays with his cop buddies at Elmhurst, Mark and Bobby. And he's a 15, but he's very consistent, and he'll never tell you, but he's as stupid as it sounds, he's learned some stuff from a blind guy playing golf. and it's only because I could play when I was a scratch back in the day, and you just whatever, just to hit different kind of shots here and there. But he's a 15, a solid 15. He breaks 90 every day at Elmhurst from the white tees.
Okay.
There you go. That's pretty good.
And he's got the best eyes in blind golf by his vision is incredible.
That helps.
Because I got coaches, I'll tell you, trust me, they're not focused. They're looking for my ball. And then another guy says, Furby, you're way up here. I says, yeah, way to go, buddy. You're only about 90 yards off. I give it to my coaches if they're not, because I need my coaches focused. I need focus.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's my dad. My dad demanded focus when I played, and I demand focus, you know, not like an asshole kind of way, just in a, you know, fun kind of way. And I give it to my coaches when they're 50 yards off the line. Really? Are you really watching that? Scriegsy is one of my buddy. But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. I give it to my scramble partner, same way.
Exactly. As they're looking for your ball in the bush every hole, right? Yeah. We're going to use yours again.
All right. So we got 9 quick questions here that usually don't go too quick, but we'll get into it here. You got a nickname?
Furby?
Furby. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Have you ever got a hole in one?
8th hole at Elmhurst, 1985. Beautiful 8-iron.
Oh,
Nice.
I seen it. It hit just a yard left of the hole and spun right and went in.
Wow.
I was playing with Natchuk that day, and beautiful one. But you know what? Speaking of hole in one, boys, a couple of years ago, as a blind golfer, I was at a tournament. A guy from Elmhurst invited Ron, my coach, and another buddy, and we went to Grand Pines. 300 people in the tournament. Furby hit it 1 inch from the hole on number 7, one closest.
That's great.
Just a beautiful 6-iron. You guys know Ivan Cooper?
no.
Well, he's a pro out there, and he was on the tee, and he was hitting a shot for every group, right? And if he hit a good shot, you could use his shot.
Makes sense. Yep.
Furby hit it 1 inch from the hole, and then he hit what he says, you put too much heat on me, Furby. He blocked it way right. It was agree. That's my coach anyways. But yeah, I've almost had 2 hole-in-ones in the dark, boys. I won closest to the hole in Cranbrook last year. I hit a 9-iron like 2 inches just to the left of the hole.
Wow. Maybe that should be. Maybe that's what we should try, Mike.
Put some blinders on. You might hit it closer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Ivan Coop, wasn't he? Was he at Grand Pines for a bit?
Yeah, he's at Grand Pines, and he was at Elmhurst, but Cooper. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Nice.
So I had witnesses, so I wasn't. It was literally 1 inch from the hole. It was like, oh my god, how did that not go in? Great 6-iron.
I probably know the answer to this, but you got a preferred golf ball brand or model that you use?
Titleist. I like Titleist.
Yeah.
Or Kirkland, the cheap Titleist these days. I don't mind the feel of Kirkland. It's not a bad golf ball at all, but if I can get my hands on Titleist, I try and play Titleist. But yeah, I've always played Titleist. When even my dad always got me Titleist balls.
Do you notice the feel of the different golf balls?
Oh, for sure. I tell my coach all the time, I don't want no hard ball, man. And he'll try and trick me sometimes, and I'll be chipping with it. I says, what is that? Felt like a rock. And he'll say, I change balls.
Ron's taking your Pro Vs and
he's hiding. He's scared. He's worried that I'm losing my Pro Vs. I said, well, who cares, man? It's a bloody golf ball. I said, I don't want to hit garbage because it matters. The feel matters in golf, man. It matters, especially in blind, man. Like, you know, I don't want no chip shot rocketing off my club face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Titleist all the way.
Question 3 here: which course in Manitoba would you consider your personal favorite?
Oh, Elmhurst by a mile.
Yeah,
Elmhurst for sure, because they've just been so nice to me in the last 7 years. Not that, but I joined. It was my first course, but like I grew up there, and Pine Ridge is for sure the next one. But Elmhurst is like where my dad is, and that's what is for Furby. Elmhurst for sure.
Yeah. You got a bucket list course in Manitoba that you kind of want to get out to at some point?
I mean, I've played lots of courses in Manitoba.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the main ones in the city. And I mean, I'm sure there's that Grand Pines is a nice one. What's that other nice one out that way? What do they call it? I don't know if they call it the Pebble Beach of the North. It's a nice one.
Pinawa?
Or Granite, maybe Granite Hills?
That's it. That's
Granite
the
Hills
one.
and Lactabani, yeah.
That's the one. That's supposed to be a beautiful course.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I played pretty well all of them. You know, from the old days to now anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What would be, it sounds like you've done some travel, some golf tourism. What would be the most memorable course that you've played, like worldwide? And
Well, that's another great question. I played Sawgrass, the 17th hole.
Oh yeah.
Heard about
In
it.
college. Yeah, I played it, and
Wow.
I hit a beautiful little quiet 9-iron right to the middle of the green, 2-putted and made 3.
Phew.
And that green, it was pretty big, but obviously it's not big when the wind's howling. But I played that course. It was probably the most famous course, Hazeltine, down in Minnesota there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in blind golf in 2019, it took me and my brother to Dublin, Ireland. We played another Vision Cup in Dublin, which was the first time I ever played overseas.
Oh,
It was so much fun at camp not something Marnock or it was a beautiful course. In fact, that the British Open might be going there in a few years. I can't. It was Marnock. I should remember the name, but I can't. But that was the 3 nicest courses for sure.
Yeah.
Hazeltine, I played. We went. We made the Manitoba Junior or the top 8. We used to go down in the old days and play the top 8 people from North Dakota and Minnesota.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, hearing that. Yeah.
Back in the old, I don't know if they do that.
I don't think
anymore,
they do that anymore.
Yeah, no, they did that. I played on a few of those teams that we went to. And Hazeltine was just tough, man. First hole, 470 into a hurricane. Nobody was getting there when we were juniors. It was. I tell you, that's a great course.
What would be the most your ultimate dream course to play? So a bucket list course anywhere in the world.
Well, I guess Augusta, probably like everyone else. I mean, people want to play Augusta, and Pebble Beach would be nice. But I guess if I had to pick one, it would be Augusta or St. Andrews would be also one.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that would be one for sure.
JR, I played St. Andrews.
Oh, no shit.
No way.
Yeah.
It comes up every episode.
I haven't
almost.
talked about it in a while, but
Really? What'd you post?
Nothing great. Yeah,
90 what?
93. Yeah.
That's a good guess. I'm a great handicapper, boy.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
You can tell by the voice. Like, that guy's okay at golf. He can break 100, but is he breaking 90? I don't think so.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Do you follow the tour much? Like, I don't know if they have like descriptive.
They used to, and it was so nice on TV that they had a guy doing descriptive video, and it stopped. They don't do it anymore.
Really?
And it was nice because Jimmy Nance and the boys, great shot. A great shot. Like when you can't see, like is it 2 feet? And I'm always swearing at the TV. My wife says, "Okay, what?" Because I want to just know how far it is. Great shot. That means but it could be 8 feet. I don't know. But you know what? You say that there used to be descriptive, and the guy would and whatever. Freddie Couples is putting. The ball is rolling. It's breaking, and he just misses. And that was like a dream for me. But they don't have it anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
And you know what? In football, I got to check. I can't figure it out, but I'm getting my NFL. There's a Mexican announcer, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm telling you. I'm putting on the CBS, and the guy's talking Spanish or Mexican, and all I know what he says, who's played was he says the team, because I can't see. So yeah, I've asked many people if you could get the Mexican guy off my television, but no luck yet, boys.
You got to learn Spanish.
I got to learn Spanish.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
and I
great.
like football.
What do you got a career low round? What would be your career?
I shot 65 in the Transcona Open.
Wow.
It was a 2-day, and I bogeyed the last hole. I was 7 down going to 18 in Transcona, and hit a good drive and hit a little heavy 9-iron, and I missed about a 4-footer for 64.
Ooh.
But I won. The next guy was Gary Coleman. He shot 68, so I won that tournament. I won Selkirk. I won 1 year. I shot 68 at Selkirk. I won the Selkirk. They used to, in the old days, they used to play, morning and afternoon on Saturday, shotgun, and then morning and afternoon shotgun on Sunday. And it used to be big fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember even in Transcona, the guy, I was 15. I was in the 9 to, and like there was, again, Saturday shotgun, morning and afternoon, Sunday shotgun, morning and afternoon. And I shot 68. I birdied 4 of the first 5 holes. I was 15, and I actually had the lowest score out of everybody, but I was my handicap was 9. I wasn't even in the low handicap field. Yeah, one of the old timers saying, "You cheated, kid." I said, "Buddy, I played with 2 people I don't even know." He pissed me off. He's called, but anyways, that's a long time ago. So I actually won the Transpo Open twice. I say to people that really don't really care when I tell them that.
Jeez.
You get those old timers are always curmudgeon.
Yeah, because I was in the higher handicap, and that shouldn't happen really. But I was on fire, boys. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Shot 68, and my handicap was 9.
Wow.
And I was young. I was like 15 or 16, and probably got another umbrella and sleeve of balls, but whatever.
It's something. And you got the title. You got the title at least.
Lots of umbrellas in the shed.
I got lots of umbrellas in my shed, boys. Absolutely. I got my dad's umbrella. I got tons of umbrellas in here.
I got a wild card question here. I was curious. Have you ever played like simulator golf? I feel like you would have great success in that because it's kind of like you just
the lie's flat all the time.
Yeah, the lie's flat.
I would.
Your yardage and.
Yeah, no, I would do just fine at that if I had a coach just to basically just simply place the club head right behind the ball.
Yeah,
and that's another thing because the coach, and again, when I say, because sometimes the club head will slide and my coach will say you're on the toe before I hit it, right? And I'll just move it up just slightly, and he says you're good. And you need that because the worst thing is to put a good swing on a golf ball when the freaking club head's not even lined up because your coach is in la la land, and you wonder like, wow, I swung pretty good at that, and I hit it straight sideways into the parking lot. But my coach is looking at his phone, and I moved my club head off the ball, and then I realized what happened.
Oh man!
True stories,
Shout out
man.
to the coaches. Shout out to the coaches of blind golf.
All my great coaches out there.
Except Ron, he's okay.
Yeah,
Ronnie is the best in the business, and he's gonna. By far, he's the best blind golf coach in the business. He pays attention to what he's doing. I don't get hurt, and he knows what he's doing. He's a great guy.
He gets 30% of your winnings, or what's the tip out? He gets
his trophy case filled up, and I just say you're welcome, buddy, because there was nothing in it before he started coaching me, and now it's filled. I'm gonna sound like a real arrogant prick.
Oh no, we've had worse.
Good. So our flagship question in the back 9 lightning round, kind of an obscure one. What is your favorite condiment?
Wow. I guess mustard.
Oh, mustard guy. All right. Are you Dijon or are you like a regular
mustard.
French's, whatever yellow mustard is?
Yeah, just regular mustard.
Does your wife ever fuck with you and put different things on your food? See if you can figure it out.
And this is a blind joke because when she's mad at me, she moves the ottoman around and then I stub my fucking toe, right? And then when she's really mad at me, she leaves the plunger in the toilet. And that's never good, boys. I tell you what. Look out.
That's where all your golf umbrellas are going that you won. They just end up in the toilet bowl. So you can, wow.
That's just an old blind joke.
That's a good one.
Guy from Kentucky told me, when she's really mad at me, she leaves the plunger in the toilet. Yeah. That would be mean.
Did you have a dog? Did you have like a seeing dog?
Nope. My brother Joe next door, he had a dog for 14 years, King, seeing-eye dog, a beautiful black lab. But no, I never had. I have had 2 wiener dogs in my life, and my second one, he's old. He's got a cone on his head. He's like old.
Oh, wow.
But 2 wiener dogs, and I've got 2 daughters, and they both got a wiener dog. They both moved out, and they one's a lawyer, one's a teacher, and they live on their own, and they both bought wiener dogs.
Wow. It's funny how that works.
Yeah. So it's nice when they come over because they're full of life, that's for sure.
That's great. Yeah, well, that was the back 9 lightning round for Bryce Matlashewski, who is an investment advisor with Endeavor Wealth Management, part of IA Private Wealth, and a member of the Canadian Investor Protection Fund. You can contact Bryce at 204-515-3446. You can also get him via email, via fax. His link is the first one in our link tree. Go to our social media pages, click on our bio, and it's right in there. Excuse me, I had some chips and dip earlier, so I had a little hiccup there. And it's some chips and dip. I'm on a chip and dip craze right now, Mike.
Is that right?
Yeah, and even some salsa. I did some tortillas and salsa,
what kind of dips you
I'm using Helva.
dealing with?
I got Helva dip, the nice French onion. I think that's what it is.
Wow.
And then the salsas, it's got to be spicy. It's got to be a spicy
You boys
salsa.
watching Jets tonight or what?
Yeah, well, I got to play some hockey, and then I'll probably watch the Jets.
What arena you got to go?
Usually we play at Allard in
Allard,
Westwood.
Yeah.
They're finally done construction for the most part on Portage Avenue, so getting there is a little bit easier than it used to
What
be.
position do you play?
I usually play defense. They threw me up on forward the other day, and that was okay. I got a goal, and that was about it.
Ooh.
Then I retired.
So no slap shots, no hitting kind of thing?
You can do whatever you want. But, yeah, it's just a bunch of guys that grew up with, and we have a time every Thursday night, and that's what we go and do.
Yeah.
Did you boys go to high school in Winnipeg?
Sure did.
Yep.
Whereabouts?
We're Silver Heights boys.
You're Silver, both of you?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Silver
St. James, sunny
St. James thing, yeah. It's God's country.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about my condiment of the week is butter.
Butter.
Just nobody's ever said butter. Maybe
butter
one
is
person.
good, man. I love cooking with butter. Get a stick in there, move it around the pan on some high heat.
Oh yeah.
Maybe just some butter on some just nice bread. Some nice, maybe a nice sourdough or a nice fresh baguette.
Oh, I had one last night with some chili, with some homemade chili, a nice baguette.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Some butter, you dip that in the chili. Woo.
Furby, this is now it just turns into a food podcast.
Yeah. Now we're talking food. That's
You're talking about wiener dogs and mustard. Oh yeah.
You have a drink of choice. You ever indulge in a soda?
Yeah, no, I like a cold bubbly for sure. I'll drink some beers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The hard stuff, whatever, not really, but just some cold beers. Yeah, I like a big nice beer and Clamato juice sometimes on Sunday to start the football day off, and I like to gamble. I like to get a Sports Select ticket.
Oh, I think we were talking about that at the dinner table at the Golf Manitoba Awards.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I like
and
that.
if you lose, do you blame your wife for making the wrong picks?
Yeah, no, if I get a DDD, that's when the ticket don't work. I go wild at the store. She fills out my tickets, and if it goes DDD, I just start freaking out on the convenience store guy. Because I can't handle no DDDs right now because I can't fix it. But yeah, no, she does pretty good. She's actually quite a pro because she works every day, and I'll get up earlier. And I can see with my phone with the proper size, with the white on black, so I can tell who's playing. And then I memorize the game numbers. Like tonight, the Jets are game 624 visitor, so I have them. But that's how I do it. But
cool.
But I've been playing the sports back. But I truly tell people that the gambling on the phone is just a massive problem for the young people today.
Yep.
It's just huge, man. It's like I've been saying it for years, but whatever. Nobody listens, but it's a major problem, man. It's going to be a major problem, and it is a major problem already. It's like I said, I always say, Jimmy or Sally can be sitting there watching the Blue Jays with their mom and dad, and first pitch he's got $50 on it, and then first inning, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not like the old days where you can just bet the game or the over/under. It's I don't want to say sad, but it's scary, man. It's nuts how easy it is to gamble.
It really is. And yeah, we do our degenerate gambling guides around golf. I got some money on golf right now. I got money on the Jets game.
On the
Typically how it goes.
Tour? Yeah,
no, on the Canadian. I don't think it's the Barracuda or some shit going on. Something with a B.
Oh, really?
Their Bermuda's going on or something like that this weekend. Yeah. Adam Hadwin was leading at the time of this podcast.
No way. Did you just pick winners? Is that how you bet?
Pick top 20s. Sometimes I'll pick first round leader or top 5.
I was talking to my brother because you know how fucked up the gambling is with these baseball players and the basketball.
Yeah.
Golf you would never ever be able to, like if I was playing and you said, Furby, okay, I got a heads up match and I bet the other guy, so make sure you duck hook it. And I say, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You could never prove it in golf that it was fixed.
Right. Yeah. That's a fair point.
I mean, not that
it's the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. That's what's going on right now.
Butterfield, wow.
Butterfield. You got a turkey and you win.
I think that's Butterball.
Oh, Butterball.
That is Butterball. You're
not
right.
Betterball, Butterball.
To end this, you mentioned the Spanish announcer in football, but I would imagine that hockey is more descriptive in their announcing, and like it's probably is it good?
Well, no,
Like,
in hockey, if I'm by myself, I'm on the radio.
yeah.
Yeah,
If the
makes
wife
sense.
is watching, I'm on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst thing to a blind guy is watching a fucking sporting event with a room full of people, because people
Right.
are cheering and like I said, it's Helen Keller time. You can't see, you can't hear, forget it. So I've stopped going to big, like especially if I want to listen to the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Yeah, I guess the radio is the best for
the
that.
radio's the best descriptive. My mom loves Paul Edmonds. She just loves that guy. He actually phoned her. I know Paul Kruger. He's a hockey coach in Winnipeg, and he's buddies with Paul Edmonds. And he got her to phone my mom on her 85th birthday, and she was just shocked because she loves Paulie Edmonds. Yeah,
Paul's one of the
very
best.
Nice of him.
Yeah, he's
Great dude too.
He's a great announcer. I'm going to get a game of golf. We got to get a game, boys, one day.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll bring Ronnie out there, even if we go to the Monster over here, Caldon, and
Yeah, the Monster.
It's called the Monster. That's where I grew up playing the Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, taking your clubs on the bus, going to the Monster, and there used to be a spiral. You put your golf ball in. It was, and it would spiral and whatever. Be a 2-hour wait before you got off the course.
2 hours.
I mean, before you hit the first tee, you play the first hole, get to the second tee, and there's 3 groups on the tee.
Oh no.
It was an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
Better
Or
pass the
group.
time.
Yeah, and that's how we grew up. But when you love golf, and you go and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Darcy, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for joining the show. This was great. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll have to get out and play some
Boys, we
golf
can
with
try
you.
and get a game next year, and you can see how it's done live and in color. And obviously, we'll have a full round, and we'll have a few beers, and we'll have some laughs.
Hell yeah, we'll put on those glasses and see if we kill somebody.
Yeah, so I got your text message, and maybe we can, work it out next year. We can get a game, because it's always nice to get a game.
Absolutely.
Sounds
All right.
great.
Well, have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening, and thanks again.
All right, boys. Thanks for talking to me, and thanks for looking into the blind golf and that stuff.
Absolutely. Okay, have a great day.
Thanks, Furby.
Take care, boys.
Bye bye.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.